Lewis Hamilton has been summoned to speak to the stewards after first practice ahead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton has picked up his first reprimand of the season ahead of the Mexican Grand Prix, after allegedly failing to follow a race director's instructions in turns 1, 2, and 3 in regards to rejoining the track during practice. Getting onto the throttle to start a flying lap during the first session of the weekend, the seven-time world champion seemed to lose control of the Mercedes with a trip along the grass at turn 1, rejoining on the outside of turn 2, coming on the radio to say, "Couldn't slow down there." However, direct information from the race director to the driver states that, any driver who leaves the track on the left-hand side between turns 1 and 2, or who passes to the left of the bollard on the apex of turn 2, must rejoin the track by driving to the left-hand side of the bollard at turn 3. After hearing from Hamilton, however, the stewards stated, whilst noting the driver's comments in relation to track conditions and his attempt to steer to the left after leaving the track, the stewards consider this to be a failure to follow the race director's instruction given in Article 21.1 of the race director's event notes. It's not the start Hamilton would have wanted to his weekend in Mexico, as he tries to claw back a 12-point deficit over main title rival Max Verstappen. Yet, despite an early setback with a trip to the stewards, Hamilton remained confident he wouldn't be hit with another engine penalty this weekend. Concerns were raised during the United States Grand Prix as Hamilton's teammate Valtteri Bottas was forced to take another fresh engine, bringing his total to 6 across the season, 3 more than permitted by the FIA without a penalty. The change triggered a 5-place grid penalty for the Finn at the Circuit of Americas, meaning Bottas started in 9th place, despite qualifying 4th. The Finn had already been hit with engine and power unit penalties twice this season in both Italy and Russia, after taking more engines than the allocated 3. Hamilton found himself with a 10-place grid penalty due to an engine change in Turkey, with team principal Toto Wolff reporting of unusual noises coming from the 7-time world champion's engine before the change. And with 5 races remaining, and Hamilton's main title rival leading the way by 12 points, Mercedes will be keen to not hand any advantage to Red Bull. Speaking on Thursday during the Mexican Grand Prix press conference, Hamilton said, "I believe our engines are strong, and as far as I am aware we're hopefully going to. That's not going to be an issue for us hopefully." Mercedes were fastest across the first practice session, with Bottas setting a 1:18.341's fastest lap at the Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Hamilton was second fastest, with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen in third, followed by his teammate Sergio Perez, who ran into problems during the session after crashing. Lance Stroll will start at the back of the grid this weekend, along with AlphaTaurus Yuki Tsunoda, due to power unit changes.